Here we are in the Côte de Nuit, entering the ancient and peaceful village of Moret-Saint-Denis. Despite its exceptional wines, Moret became well known only about 100 years ago. Before that, its wines were sold as Gevrey-Chambertin or Chambolle-Musigny. But since Moret-Saint-Denis was awarded its own appellation contrôlée in 1935, its reputation has soared. The wines at every level are excellent, not just the Grand Cru of Clos de la Roche, Clos de Tard, and Clos Saint-Denis. The charming and outspoken mayor of Moret-Saint-Denis is Jean-Marie Ponceau. Now we'll go to visit his son and the grand écuyer of our confrérie, Laurent Ponceau. All of you know Laurent, and it will be fun to see him in his natural habitat.
This is amazing, huh?
Thank you. Terrific, all the way up.
Hello Laurent. Bonjour.
Hello, bonjour. Comment vas-tu? Ça va très bien.
Bonjour.
We are now in Moret-Saint-Denis with our grand écuyer, Laurent Ponceau, to learn about the terroir of Moret-Saint-Denis. Often in our group, in our tastings, we discuss terroir, but usually this is done from above. We look at the small stones, we talk about the layers, but we never see them. Laurent will tell us about the terroir from below the soil. Laurent?
Yeah, we have a chance here to be 35 feet below the ground level. And this is unique. When we dig this cellar, we noticed that we were in the rock, and I wanted to keep the rock visible so we can, I've been amazed myself, we can see the terroir. Mainly, as you say, we don't see the terroir. We expect that the terroir is there, but we don't see. And the monks, and before the monks, the Roman, knew about terroir, but they could not see it. So in this cellar, which we built in 2001, we kept a wall visible on which we can have the different layers visible and also some vine roots. So we can now, I can show you what kind of system we have to express the terroir in Burgundy. Not only in Moret-Saint-Denis. We take this example and then we go back to Moret-Saint-Denis. But this example is here on a location named Côte-Rôtie, which is the first growth of Moret-Saint-Denis. Kind of limestone, which is lightly pink, very hard. We call that the mother rock. And this mother rock is used in Premaux, close to Nuit Saint-Georges, to make marble. This is in geology named scientifically calcaire de Premaux, limestone of Premaux. On top of it, you have a layer which is quite thin of yellow marne. It's a kind of mixture of shells of oysters compressed and clay. And these marnes can be white, blue, or yellow. Here, in the middle of the Grand Cru and Premier Cru of Côte de Nuit, they are mainly yellow. In some other place, like Montrachet, they can be white, and we have a specificity in Moret-Saint-Denis, a white Premier Cru, under which the marne is also white. Then you have limestone upside down, up to the top, and being so far deep, it's incredible, but we see vine roots. These are vine roots here, you can see there. And so the vine roots are the main element of the transformation of the terroir into wine. The process is very simple. The roots are from a plant. This plant is the vine. The vine is the same kind of plant of the forest vine. You can hang Tarzan, for example, on it. And when it grows 20 centimeters outside, it grows also 20 centimeters down. And so when you plant a new vine, the first year you have the kind of roots which are feeding the plant going horizontally in the soil. And you have, from the second year, another kind of roots which are very small, very tiny, which are making holes in the stone in order to go back down. And they take 1 meter per year. And so after 7 to 8 years, they reach the heart of what we call the terroir. And you can ask, but these roots are just feeding the plant for water? For what? No, they are not feeding. They are giving to the wine or to the berry first the authenticity. The system is also simple, very easy to understand. When, after the harvest, the sap is going back down, as with any plant after the crop. The sap is a chemical element made from water, but many other elements, including acidity. And there is in the sap a kind of acid that can make a hole in the limestone. So when you see some faults, microfaults, it's not due to the fact that the plant went in because it was there. No, it created that. This is fantastic.
No.
It's fantastic. And when the sap is reaching the bottom of the hole already made by the sap of last year, it goes further. And when it reach, let's say, 10 meters, they stay. And they go on, going down and up, down and up. And each time they go up, they eat or drink, I don't know, this kind of past they have made from the sap of last year and the rock they have destroyed. So they bring it into the berry, and through an alchemy we don't understand at all, it is transformed into flavors and aromas. Here it can be cassis and violet, and further it can be rose and raspberry, I don't know. And this is important to know that here, in this particular place, the structure of the underground is like that. You see a wall here, and this wall is constructed under a road, which is going up on the hill. And this road has been constructed a long time ago on a fault, which is across the slope. On the other side of this road, we have, at the same elevation, the mother rock appearing 4 meters above the ground level, while it is 10 meters down here. So I don't know, in the ancient time, if it went down here or up there. But the fact is that when you plant vines here or there, the roots will not find the same mineral elements and not transform the mineral elements into the same kind of flavors. So this is the system generally of the terroir in Burgundy. You have sometimes a row named Chapelle Chambertin, and the next row named Griotte Chambertin, 1 meter wide. When you see it from above, as you said, no difference. And you say, how come these bloody Burgundians say this is Griotte and this is Chapelle? There is a fault in between this meter. And the roots are fed, so to say, with the mineral elements differently. And this is fantastic. And if you can take away the soil of Burgundy, seeing again from far, you would have a keyboard. Yeah. And we say in French, géologie en touche de piano. It's a kind of keyboard. You have all the faults, big or small faults across the slope. And from one to another, you have another appellation. And this is Burgundy. Isn't it nice to be here under the sky?
It's wonderful.
And the forest and...
Une femme sur les genoux, une femme